Hey guys, welcome to Offshoot Comics Off Topic. We're your host, Kirby Kid.
Black Superman.
Simply Cedric.
Also known as David Clark.
Walter Bryant.
Cedric Harris.
And today we're talking about SJWs and the defeat of the Ghostbusters.
Okay, now look, I wasn't really waving the flag of trying to... Yes, I was. I was hoping this would go down in flames. But not because I have a problem with woman-led movies or anything like that, but specifically because I hate SJW agendas.
Yes,
right.
Yeah. And they really just wanted, like, women can do it too. We can fight ghosts.
But it was lame, though.
It was horrible.
I mean, they beat the final boss by hitting him in the balls.
Because women can do it too.
Yeah, but strong women don't have to say that they're strong.
Strong anything doesn't have to say they're strong.
Exactly.
And you definitely don't need someone to push an agenda to make you do or make it available for you if you're strong enough to do it yourself.
Right, and the big problem, I think, is Paul Feig, right? The guy who, the director.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's the worst part of this. Because he spent the better half of a year going around on shows talking about how nerds are horrible, how we're jerks, how women are funnier than men. He made a whole video on that.
Going after the fan
If I can
base.
find the link, I'll put it in the description below. It's really embarrassing to watch. He's like, just as a clown, it's really awkward, but it's really like, look, you can't make fun of a fan base and then expect that fan base to go out and give you money.
Exactly.
Well,
and then give a horrible product and then also expect money.
Right.
Because the product was horrible also.
but see, here's the thing. For me, it wouldn't have mattered whether it was horrible or great. And it turns out it was horrible. But for me, it wouldn't matter if it was horrible or great because I love the original Ghostbusters.
Yes.
And so instead of trying to screw up what I love or trying to screw over what I love or turn it into this thing because somehow now everything's got to be about women, just have Peter Venkman walk in with one of the characters and say, I'm turning this over to you. In 10 seconds, you've got my vote.
Right. Like if it's like their daughters or people they hand company off to, or if they open a portal at the end and you find out it's a parallel universe and there's a multiverse now.
Yeah.
Or, there's a lot that could have been done to make it not a reboot. But you making it a reboot and making it so obviously a political thing, that put a bad taste in people's mouths.
Yeah.
Before the movie was ever out.
Yeah.
The movie was doomed before it came out. And I think if they had done zero marketing, I think they would have made more money.
Probably.
Yeah. If they just came out with Ghostbusters, they would have made more money.
Probably. Just on name recognition alone.
Right. Because they lost $70 million. And from the rumors are now that the already confirmed sequel is already not happening.
Well, because it's not only that money, but then it's the marketing money. And all that money that's now gone because it tanked.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Feig said that they had to make $500 million just to make a profit. Well, they've only made, I think, what it cost to make the movie.
And see, and then you got to look at other things also like merchandising, which there isn't any because they've never gotten around to putting it out. There's a little bit. I mean, I've seen some at Target.
There's a little bit, but if you notice, Target had it on sale before the movie came out. It was on clearance.
Yeah.
And they got caught on it. They're like, what, you think because it's women toys that people want? No, it's because people don't want to watch the movie.
No.
And I'm not going to sell toys of this. So I'm going to go put it on clearance and make at least my money back.
Exactly.
Which they haven't because they're still hanging there.
No, exactly, because it's horrible product. It easily would have been solved with anything, but they wanted to be lazy. I feel like.
And Sony wanted to use the saying misogyny as a shield for their failure.
Yes.
Like for example, Rey in Star Wars Episode 7. Rey, everyone knows, is a terrible character, but they didn't market her as she can do it too, blah blah. And so because they didn't market it as this thing to bludgeon men, guess what? The movie did great.
Yeah.
And I think if they had done the same kind of marketing that Ghostbusters did, it wouldn't have done as well.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't have.
It wouldn't have. Even for Star Wars, it still wouldn't have done as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and they were trying to blame it on Dan Aykroyd and everyone else except for themselves.
Right.
Which, the movie was just...
Now, did you see the movie?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know.
We chose not to see it.
Yeah, like
I cannot get that time back in my life.
We actually promised the fans we were going to see it, so we apologize.
I know it was horrible.
In the end,
it
wasn't worth my time. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Don't apologize.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can give you a review right now, having not seen it, and it'll be accurate. It sucked.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I mean, every guy in the movie was stupid. And look, okay, in some movies, there's a stupid female character. That just happens. But there's never been a movie where every female was dumb.
That's really true.
Yeah.
True.
And then, like in the original Ghostbusters, Janine wasn't dumb.
No.
She was not. She
No.
wasn't. She was kind of quirky.
But Chris Hemsworth was dumb.
Chris Hemsworth was really dumb.
I heard he covered his eyes to hide from something at a point.
I-
He's Thor.
He's
the god
Thor.
of thunder.
He is mighty.
Right?
And he
I
is
am
a
mighty.
scared little boy in this movie because men can't fight
Was
ghosts.
there at least a hammer joke at some point for him?
No.
Look, Hollywood, if you ever have Chris Hemsworth in a movie, you have to make a hammer joke. And if you have Liam Hemsworth, you have to make a joke about him not being as cool as his older brother.
Yes.
Or about Miley Cyrus, whichever one. But,
Miley Cyrus.
but you've got to
One of
put a
two.
joke of some sort
Yes.
out there.
How do you not
Yes.
put a hammer joke in there?
Because they didn't write a movie. They just replaced all the cool parts of Ghostbusters with women and said, hey, look, we can fight the same exact monster from the same movie with upgraded graphics and we're awesome.
You know what I did? I went out and bought the original Ghostbusters and sat down with my kids and watched it, and they thought it was the most awesome thing they've ever seen. With 1985 graphics. I mean, with green screen, you can see his green screen.
I've been hearing reports that the original Ghostbusters has been making a lot of good sales.
Yeah, it has. They're showing it on TV.
I want it to outsell the new one. It is super old, but I want it to make more money.
Well, just the other weekend, I watched Ghostbusters 1 and 2 because it was on TV back to back, and I'm like, you know what? I want to watch this to take the bad taste out of my mouth.
Did it work?
No.
Yes.
By the way, though, some of the ticket sales that they're reporting for Ghostbusters, the new one, is not true ticket sales. Because some people who have bought Ghostbusters 1 and 2 recently, they all came with tickets for the new Ghostbusters. So when they count ticket sales,
They count those.
they always count the ones that come in the DVDs. So for anyone who went and bought Ghostbusters 1 and 2 that said a ticket for Ghostbusters new one,
and then ripped up their ticket.
that counted, even if they didn't go see it, it counted as a ticket sale.
Yeah.
So let's remember that they're not all true sales.
Even still, it did horrible.
Yeah, which is
It's
which is horrible.
It still
I mean,
tanked.
yeah.
But
And
see, you know, and I've said it on our show before. I'll say it again. Ghostbusters 1 is perfect.
yes,
It is. Like, I didn't need you to go out there and try to replace Ghostbusters.
No.
You just don't do it. You just leave Ghostbusters alone. You take this next movie and you pay homage to it. You make it a sequel to it. Whatever you need to do so that you don't screw with the original Ghostbusters.
Yes.
But by coming along and saying, no, we're going to take women and we're going to make a better Ghostbusters than what is already perfect, you already lost me.
First mistake I feel like is they shouldn't have even named it Ghostbusters. Ghost hunters, women who hunt ghosts. I don't care.
Make it a parody movie.
Make it a parody movie, but don't name it after Ghostbusters. Like you said, Ghostbusters was perfect.
All right?
Yeah.
Because now
perfect.
it's like, who you gonna call? Not you.
No,
Not gonna call you.
no, and it come up with something original maybe, but that obviously
Did
that
you
was
hear
too
the
much.
new theme song with Fall
Oh,
Out Boy and
Fall
Missy
Out Boy.
Elliott? First of all, who puts Fall Out Boy and Missy Elliott together?
First of all, why
Somebody
are you
on
trying
crack?
to remake the Ghostbusters theme song?
Which was also perfect.
Hey, thank you! Thank you! Perfect 80s theme music that still works
It's
today.
really addicting too.
It is!
My kids hadn't actually seen Ghostbusters before,
But they knew the
but they
song.
know the song. And if you say to my children, "Who you gonna call?"
Ghostbusters!
They knew the answer.
You can walk down the street, say, who you gonna call? And most likely you're gonna hear
Or the police.
it's either gonna be police or Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
depending on what neighborhood you're in. But then one of the things that bugs me is it's given rise to the gender bender genre.
Which means we're probably gonna get female Thor.
Which is terrible, but they've been hinting at that for a while now. And then, like, with Robert Downey Jr., he's basically said he's not doing any more Iron Man after,
They're
like, the
gonna do
next
Black
movie.
They're gonna do Black
And-
Widow.
They're gonna do Riri Williams.
They're already casting her.
Yes.
Dude, they, like, you look at magazines, they are already trying to cast this chick.
Zendaya.
So, Okay, look,
Yeah.
Zendaya. I like Zendaya. I do. I but I don't need her to be Iron Man.
Iron Woman.
No, they're going to call her Iron Man.
Which someone is and an SJW is going to get upset. Oh, she is a woman. She should not be named after a man.
Yeah, but see, if you do change the name and they call her Iron Woman or whatever, then they'll go, why she got to have her name changed?
Yeah.
Why you got it?
Why
You're never going to make SJWs happy.
Exactly. Iron Man. See, here's the thing.
Exactly.
You can't ever give in to them because once you do one thing, they're going to want something else and something
exactly.
else and something else.
Yep.
People who are SJWs are weak-minded fools who need something to fight against because they see the people who struggled in the civil rights movement and they see, wow, that was really heroic. I want to be that, but I'm not strong enough to actually fight a real fight.
Yeah. I'll sit behind a computer.
Okay, so
keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warriors.
Okay, I mean, I remember this from the 90s. This was a thing, believe it or not, where people had a problem with, on Star Trek The Next Generation, the female admirals being called Sir. Star Trek told them to get over it. That's it. They're like, no, they're Sir. Get over it. And you know what? People got over it. And Star Trek still goes on and makes billions of dollars a year. So you know what? SJWs, first off, if you lose their money, you're losing about $17. So just tell them no.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably not even buying your stuff anyways.
Right.
Growing up, Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Everyone's upset about the blood in Mortal Kombat.
Paid.
They don't care.
Right.
They still making money.
Right. You know, I mean, it's like, remember hashtag change the cover with the Joker Batgirl cover like a couple years ago?
My goodness, yeah.
It's like the people complaining about this were never going to buy it in the first place. You're making these changes to appease a people who are not going to pay you.
Exactly.
That's a stupid move.
Exactly.
And at the same time, you're pissing off your creators.
Yeah.
And then you have this other problem, which is that the SJWs actually are drawing attention to a problem that isn't a problem. See, like, with Batgirl being choked out by the Joker or whatever, you know what? I never thought of that as anything other than the bad guy has a good guy by the throat. Same thing with Apocalypse. When Apocalypse had Mystique by the throat, it never crossed my mind that this was some woman in peril. This was the bad guy trying to murder the good guy. And that's all it was as far as I was concerned.
The bad guy choking the not as bad guy. No one was a hero in that picture.
So you take that and you look at it and it's like, as long as you don't tell me how weak she is and so some guy shouldn't be choking her, that never crossed my mind.
Right.
But now
the thing is, they want equality in fiction, but they don't want the female characters to ever be in any sort of peril. See, it's okay for guys to be in peril. It's okay for guys to lose stuff. It's okay for guys to die for motivation, like a father or something like Pa Kent. It's okay for that to happen,
or for a shirt to burn off.
But it can't happen for women. They don't want, because they say, oh, they don't have agency or they're being a victim. By the way, the word agency, I don't get triggered, but that word triggers me. Right? I don't know if that's the correct term. I don't know, but I know I hear that word and I feel like I want to punch a baby seal in the face with another baby seal.
But I mean, it's just really it boils down to the same little problem I've always had. I hate whiners.
Yeah,
I do. Like, if you have a problem with the way things are going, then whatever. Then just don't buy it. You know, because if 20 million of us like it and 3 of you don't, then don't spend your money on it. If you're gonna spend your money on it, then okay, fine. Maybe you have a little bit of a voice, but you know what? You don't get a chance. You don't get to go out there and just change things. Go out there and say, let me write a story for you.
Yes.
Let me create a character for you that I think engenders what is, or go talk to someone and say, you know what? I would love to see a black woman like Tony Stark who can do this and do this and do this, and then give her own story. Let her become her own thing. Yes. And then maybe if Tony gets hurt and she takes over for Tony Stark, after she's become her own thing, right. I don't have a problem with that. Right. But to just stick this brand new character in there,
just like the new smartest person in the Marvel universe, that little 9-year-old black girl. It's like, okay, you made your own character. She's her own thing. She's not taking over for anybody. No. She's not like the new Reed Richards or anything. No. Good.
Yeah. And then now she takes over for Reed Richards 5 years from now after she's established her own story. I'm cool with that.
Right.
But let her be her own thing
let
first.
Her be herself.
Don't let her take Reed Richards' mojo and then just take off and be like, okay, well now because she's Mrs. Fantastic. No, she's not. she's some little 9-year-old chick who just showed up.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell me who she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I mean, we all know they do these things for the publicity. That is it. They just want to be seen. They want it to be carried on every news channel for a couple of days.
Yeah.
That's why they do these things.
Yeah.
That's why they make these characters. They
yeah.
knew when they had the female Iron Man who was black and called Riri. They knew exactly what that was going to do. Because if it was really going to be a good comic book move, guess what? Those don't get coverage.
No.
Only people in the comic community would know about it.
No.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or even like the Killing Joke. When it first came out, when the biggest thing was like, oh, how bad did they treat Barbara? Nothing about Jim being tortured.
Right?
Nothing about Jim being tortured.
He is tortured. He's driving around naked.
That's why it's called women in refrigerators. They don't care about men.
Yeah. You know. Yeah.
He has to look at pictures. I mean,
of his
like,
daughter.
He is treated terribly.
Terribly.
And then all he cared about was
Barbara.
Barbara had sex with Batman. That was the first big thing. She's been objectified because instead of doing this, she had to go out and. Okay, she is a 19-year-old girl who is with Batman.
Right.
I know 19-year-old straight men who would have slept with Batman.
The sad thing is that's true.
Right.
Like, well, he was Batman.
It's Batman. It's like, what was I supposed to do?
Nah, man, Batgirl though.
Well, and it was She was Batgirl. She was strong in her own right. She just got bested by a villain.
But she still gets up. Well,
She
sits in the chair and rolls up and becomes Oracle.
Birds of prey.
You know, I just they ruin everything they touch. They're gonna ruin video games. They're gonna ruin comic books. They're just not good people.
Well, it's just as creators, we have to stick to our guns.
Yeah, my answer is no.
Yeah, exactly. Because you make our own stories.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you want to see a black character? Go make a black character.
Yeah.
Forget about well, Batman had a new Robin and he's black now, and he wears different clothes.
Or they slowly turn Tim Drake a little bit darker every panel until
he looks like you.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh no, he was always black. No, he wasn't.
Like, oh, the Justice League's really white. Cyborg's in it now. Oh, Cyborg, yes, you're in it. You're black. Yes, that solves it.
Look, creators out there, future creators, people who are going to be the next generation, the answer is just no. You know, I mean, really. And look, and I'd go as far as say, if someone wants to make a story about how Nazis are awesome, how they kill people, that is your story.
It is.
Because you have to stand
we
for all of it.
We actually know someone who did this.
Right. You have to stand for everyone's creative freedom if you want yours to be respected.
Yes.
Not just the ones you agree with.
Yes.
It's either we all have it or no one has it.
Exactly.
That's how it's because if you stand for just yours, then one day they're going to come for you and your story, and there'll be no one left to fight for you because, like, well, I've already lost.
Yep.
So, but see, people don't want to, like, if, like, for example, if the Klan had a comic book, good for them.
They probably do.
They probably do. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna read it. But that is their right.
Bible Man. Bible Man.
Thank you, Walter.
Yes. Okay. Look, we're Christians. I won't read Bible Man.
No,
I've seen an episode of Bible
our
Man.
own our own Christian comic book.
Yes, exactly. We've got our own ideas for our own Christian comic book because that's not really representative. But right. we don't tell Bible Man where he's got to go.
Right.
We don't go to the people who wrote it and say this is lame, take it off, or this guy needs to be a black woman because the only people reading the Bibles aren't white people.
I think he needs to be black and trans.
Hey, exactly. Yes.
Hey, by the way,
because that happens in Christianity.
Real quick,
right?
With transgender, if they are, according to them, if you're a man and you're now a woman, why are you a trans woman? Why aren't you just a woman?
And why are we cis just because we decide to go with our own gender?
I don't like that.
I don't understand it.
So I'm hearing that word. I'm hearing it in all these different kind of spheres now. I'm hearing it in the comic book sphere now. It's like, no, like for example, there was a big hullabaloo after Civil War because they were mad. How come Bucky and Cap have to be so obviously straight? Why can't they, hashtag give Cap a boyfriend? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? So you're saying now they can't be straight because that somehow offends you?
Cap has been straight for 80 years.
He is the most straight.
He
right?
is the most
He
straight.
is a 1920s man. He was born in the 20s. He is not going to be gay. He's just not.
No.
He's not. And if he is, he wouldn't tell you.
Right.
He would have a family.
Right.
He would have friends.
Right.
He would do everything in the world to never let you see that he was gay. So I'm sorry. This guy is going to be the last person in all of comics who you're ever going to see with a boyfriend.
I just I don't get why they feel that everything needs to be gay. Like, if you look at gay people in media right now, they are actually overrepresented. They're only like 2% of all human beings, but they're like 24% of all characters now on every kind of form of media.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, earlier this year they were also upset when I forget her name, the doctor from Walking Dead who I hated. The heavyset one, when she got hit with an arrow through the face, they were like, "Why did she have to die?" Because she's a character in a show about death. That happened.
Right.
I didn't see you complaining about all the black. When Tyrese, come on,
Well,
Tyrese, he just gave up for real.
Other than Michonne, it's basically just a revolving door of a black character.
Right.
Even though they're in Atlanta, they're in the South, and where there's a lot of black people. We make 10% of the population, but there's 2 black people on the whole show. Once a black person
3
dies,
actually.
okay, 3.
Well,
but every time, but somebody has to die to get another one.
Exactly.
It always remains
the other
statically 3.
option.
Exactly.
The other option is that all the black people were like, "Nah, we ain't do this." And they went and found their own places. Like, we don't do zombies.
There's an island off the coast of Hawaii, and
they'll just party.
There's nothing but Hawaiians and black people there.
No, but yeah, I mean, like they were upset that lesbian characters or gay characters were dying on TV, and it's like, if you want your characters to be in shows, especially shows that have danger and death, guess what? They're going to be subject to that,
right?
Because that's what the show is about. If you want equality means Jack Bauer can get shot in the head, but so can his lesbian friend.
And let's be just really, really honest. Of all the people who were in Alexandria at that point in time, she's the most likely.
She needed to die. She reminded me of the 2 little girls who were looking at the flowers. They have this. And also, I'm sorry. This has to get. Eugene has to go.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I hate him with a burning passion. The actor seems cool in real life, but your character is garbage. I hate him. And then one more thing. The soldier dude, what's his face? What's his name? Abraham. Why did you leave Rosita? Have you seen her? She's really hot. I'm sorry, that bugged me. There's a little bit of rage here and there. But the point is, SJWs, you're ruining all things fun. And also, by the way, the fun things like comic books and shows and stuff, that creates culture, which means you're ruining culture.
Yeah, and then look. The same little arguments that they make about Comic-Con and comic conventions, they made about Harley Quinn, and they're making about like women in comics, whatever. She's being objectified. Okay, look, Harley Quinn is a murderous psycho. The only person who even has a chance of objectifying her is the Joker. And he basically just lets her get away with whatever he wants because it amuses him.
Yes.
So if she's wearing short shorts, it ain't because the guy likes it. It's because she likes it. Okay, now, when you go to comic conventions, these women walking around wearing these little tight outfits or whatever, and these women walking around just like Power Girl or like Mrs. Claus. We really love Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Okay. now, these women, we didn't make them put the stuff on.
Nope.
We didn't ask them to put it on.
Nope.
We didn't come in with the outfit in our hands and say, "Here, put this on, and I will make you famous by taking pictures of you and putting them on the internet." Right. This is how they came to the show.
Are you blaming the victim, Walter?
Cosplay is not consent.
Cosplay is not consent.
Cosplay. Oh my! I hate that.
Oh my god. No,
it's almost as bad as the safe place and the safer place at Anime Expo. That I'm telling you, Walter, when I saw that,
so much rage.
Cedric was there.
So much rage.
My body was cold with rage.
Oh,
Walter, a safe place, and then they had a safer place.
They had a safer place
for lesbians and gays,
and cute,
which made me feel unsafe.
I needed a safe place from their safe place.
Right? I need a black safe space.
2 years ago, there was this lesbian woman who was dressed up like Rogue, and she was hot as all get out. And she made it very, very clear to me that she was gay. And then took lots of pictures with me. Because she knew she was hot. And she knew I liked that she was hot. And she didn't care as long as I didn't do anything other than ogle her.
Yeah.
SJWs need to get over themselves.
Yeah. I mean, it really. I mean,
Right, yes.
I know. I have some
Yes.
friends who I've talked to. They're like, well, you know, trigger warnings and these things are important. They're not. They're not. You're weak. You're letting people become weak.
Well, I think you said life does not come with trigger warnings.
Life does not come with trigger warnings.
No.
It doesn't.
No.
You know, you'll get out of your little bubble in school. You'll come into the real world, and then your boss is gonna throw some bull crap at you, and you're just gonna have to deal with
But
it.
no, SJWs have to come out of their little bubble of their computer and their Wi-Fi password, and actually go out into the world and not, realize that you can be offended and survive.
Right. I mean, but they're finding something new every day, and it's coming into comic books because now comic books are popular. The only hope is that when comic books phase out, because it's going to fade out back into the
It's going to.
whatever. When that happens, they'll move on to the next thing.
Yeah, which will be vampires again because it's part of the cycle. Okay, so anyway, here's the
Sparkly.
I am firmly of the belief that all of this started with participation trophies.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah, of course.
The moment that someone said, we can't allow a kid to feel bad about not winning.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Because nobody wins everything.
No, exactly.
The
Thank
Rock,
you.
the most well-paid actor on the planet, didn't win everything. He got kicked
No.
off his football team. He got broken up. He became a professional wrestler. When he first became a professional wrestler, people hated him.
Yes.
He did not win at everything. And not winning made him the best at what he does now. You have to lose. You have to disagree. You have to have an opinion against yours to fight against to become strong. And if everybody agrees with you, then you are just weak.
Right. Basically,
Yes.
look,
Amen.
your willpower, your mind, these are muscles. When you're working out, if it's not hurting, if it's not hard, your muscles don't learn. They don't get stronger.
Yes.
You just stay the same. And remember, you use it or lose it. If you stay the same, you're going to lose it. You're going to get weaker and weaker and weaker to the point where you're going to need to be in that bubble.
And unfortunately, the writers at Marvel seem to have fallen into this particular trap.
Yes. DC's on its way.
Yeah.
They're right behind it.
I mean, really, like they need to be able to say, you know what? No.
Well, but even still, they're Marvel and DC are trying to write these stories to appease SJWs with the writing staff of, I think, one black woman at Marvel and like a black dude at DC.
The SJWs wrote in and they hired like another black woman and like 2 more black guys.
Okay,
and
so
then
there's
I think
four.
an Asian guy or something.
Okay, so there's like 4.
Yeah, so yeah.
But are they actual comic people, or are they just people that they hired?
Well, like
Yeah, I'm actually writing
the black guy that they just hired was actually the first black writer for Marvel Comics like 20 years ago, and they just hired him back.
Yeah.
So he's like actual good writer, who has experience in the medium. So he's gonna be okay. The black lady I think that they hired, I think she was like a screenwriter or something.
Yeah.
So
like
Where were we when they were hiring black people?
We have an answer for that. We won't mention that answer, but we have an answer for that.
Point is, Marvel, hire me. Do it now.
DC, I am available.
Or
Marvel
DC.
or DC.
I don't care,
I'll take either one.
I'll take either one.
I just know I get to say no to
I'm
things.
just telling you, but I am telling you right now. Walter Bryant is telling you this for sure, and yes, I'm talking about myself in third person. You hire me at Marvel. Cho dies. Banner's back, and Banner will be the Hulk within 2 issues of whatever you let me write. It's happening.
I'm just saying, I would write the most lit Luke Cage story.
I'm so excited for that Netflix series.
Oh, bulletproof
Right.
black man in a hoodie.
Right. It's like they're like,
Oh,
no,
I love it.
The Super Predators!
Oh my God.
Do you know what happened to Zimmerman?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
tell me that didn't make you happy.
It did.
Oh.
It did.
Yeah.
It brought a smile to my face.
Dylan
It
Roof
did.
got jumped in
And
prison.
Dylan Roof did too.
And the people raised money for his bail to get him.
He's out on bail now.
It's like, how does it feel?
Oh.
No, but yeah, that is funny. But I hope, hey, people out there with guns, If you see Luke Cage, I am not Luke Cage. Please
I'm
don't
not
think
Luke
that
Cage.
is not real.
No.
Hashtag not Luke Cage.
Hashtag I am not Luke Cage.
But anyways, guys, thank you guys for listening. Please like, share, favorite, and subscribe. Let us know if you want us to do more of these like informal little chat podcast thingamabobbers about some stuff, because we like talking about stuff and things.
Yeah, like every now and then when
yeah.
politics can actually roll over into comic books, that's when we're your experts.
Right.
We're the people you need to listen to.
Yes.
Yeah, please share this video out there. Let us know down below, what do you think about SJWs and comic books, anime, and video games? Do you think they're ruining it, or do you think they're making it better?
Well, we already know what anime fans think.
Right? Like, I want my half naked women's.
Yes.
But anyways, guys, until next time, we've been your host, Kirby Kid.
Black Superman.
Simply Cedric.
See you later, guys.